Compaction is one of the major problems you as a farmer must deal with today. No matter what size equipment you use or how few trips you make through your fields, you still have compaction.
Soil compaction is a common problem that we find in most fields across the Corn Belt. Compaction is really the forcing together of loose soil particles. It can be found in most any cornfield, and we have an example here of just simply soil particles crushed together. Right in this area, this is a layer of crushed soil particles done by the wheels on the tractor or the combine. An easy way to find soil compaction is to simply dig a little hole and use something like a common pocket knife and put that into the side of the soil and pull up on it until that knife blade stops in the soil. And this will show you where that compacted layer begins. In this case, this is caused by different tillage practices in this soil. And we have a layer of compacted soil all across here. In this area, we can see the bottom of the compacted layer. We can't always see that in all soils.
Reduced yields, ponding, soil erosion, and poor root systems all result from soil particles being packed too closely together to allow air and water to pass through. The only sure cure for this problem is to break up the soil by deep tillage on a regular basis. The M&W EarthMaster conservation tillage system uses a combination of two tools to reduce compaction and improve soil tilth. A tandem disc and a V-ripper chisel plow are combined to work together. As the parabolic chisel shanks break up compacted soil with a lifting action, the disc gangs are pulled downward to thoroughly cut and mix trash and soil. The EarthMaster disc blades are spaced 15 inches apart so trash can easily pass through. The rear gangs are positioned so blades cut between the front gang blades and trash is cut every 7.5 inches. When these gangs have passed over the field, trash has been cut into small pieces and mixed with the soil on the surface to produce ideal soil tilth.
The shanks of the EarthMaster have penetrated just below the layer of compaction. So this allows for the plant root system and water to move down to where it can be stored in the subsoil. Running the shank down here 14, 15 inches deep is of no value unless that's where the bottom of the compacted layer is. We stopped here at 12 inches, which was just below the layer of compaction. We really don't want to disturb this well-structured subsoil that can really store a lot of water and allow the root system to grow deeply. The shattering from the shanks has opened up a nice wide V opening here to allow for adequate root growth and water movement down into the soil. The shattering has loosened up large blocks of soil here so that water can get in behind here, and during the course of the winter, freezing and thawing can even break up a little more soil and allow greater growth of the root system for the next year's crop. The shanks of the EarthMaster, as they come through the soil, loosen the soil in a V configuration, leaving some soil left in between that is shattered and loosened, but it leaves a pyramid in between where the shanks ran. By leaving this firm soil in between, this will be the support to keep the tractor and equipment from recompacting the soil back down all the way to as deep as the soil had been loosened up. With this loose soil on the surface and the incorporation of the crop residue by the discs on the front of the EarthMaster, and by breaking up the compacted layers, we have conditions which will favor improved tilth in this soil.
The M&W EarthMaster